It is turtles all the way down, Holmesy. You're trying to find the bottom of the pile, but that's not how it works. I chose this quote because it not only includes the title of the book, but it also hits the major characteristic of the main character, Aza, who has obsessive-compulsive disorder, also known as OCD. She often gets caught in thoughts like an endless spiral and cannot seem to escape them. There is no end, it's just Turtles All the Way Down. Turtles All the Way Down is a young adult fiction novel written by John Green. He was born in Indianapolis, Indiana, and currently lives there with his family. He graduated from Kenyon College and earned degrees in English and religious studies. Originally, he wanted to become a priest, but instead became an award-winning writer as well as an online vlogger. Additionally, John Green wrote Turtles All the Way Down to share his mental illness of OCD. He felt like he wanted to showcase what it was like to suffer from the disease. In an interview with ABC News, he states, "One of the reasons I wanted to write this book was because I did feel very alone in that for a long time." This book takes place at White River High School on the north side of Indianapolis. In the beginning of the book, we meet Aza Holmes, who I previously mentioned has OCD. She is eating lunch with her best friend Daisy Ramirez and her classmate Michael Turner. During lunch, Aza could not stop thinking about all of the bacteria inside her stomach and how loud she thought her stomach was digesting. Reoccurring throughout the book is Aza's fear of getting Clostridium difficile, otherwise known as C. diff. She thinks about it often and it gets stuck in her head like a never-ending spiral. Meanwhile, Daisy and Michael were talking about the latest news regarding the disappearance of Russell Pickett, a billionaire in their town. Which leads us into the main external conflict. Where is Russell Pickett? There was a $100,000 reward for anyone who found his body. Eager to get the reward, Daisy forces Aza to coincidentally run into her old friend who she had not talked to in years, Russell's son, Davis Pickett. Even though Davis was not necessarily on good terms with his father, it was difficult for him to step up as the father figure for his younger brother, Noah. He also was under all the pressure of his father being missing and the fact that if he was found dead, all of their money and belongings would go to their pet Tuatara and its research, as is in his father's will. As Aza reunited with her old friend, they begin to become more than just friends. However, Aza's OCD seems to be getting in the way. This is the main internal conflict and major theme in the story. Aza has to continue to learn how to cope with her OCD as she visits her therapist, Dr. Singh, to guide her and give her advice or medication. Under all the stress Davis was in, he did not want people around him solely for the purpose of money. Therefore, in order to keep Aza and Daisy out of the situation regarding his father, he tipped them off with more money than the reward had to offer. But it seemed so difficult to stay out of it when Aza was left wondering where Russell could have possibly gone. This leads us into one lesson that was learned. Don't let money define you. You are so much more than what you materially own. One day, as Aza was leaving Davis's house, she ran into Noah, who showed her notes on her father's phone. One of the notes was interesting to Aza. It simply said, "The jogger's mouth." Aza continued to wonder if this had to do with where he was, but she kept it to herself in interest of Davis. You may be wondering, where is Russell? Is he alive? What happens between Davis and Aza? Does Aza's OCD get in the way? Unfortunately, I cannot tell you because you will have to read it to find out yourself. Overall, I thought this book was pretty good. I always enjoy reading John Green's novels. I liked how he told a story from a perspective of a girl who isn't just a typical high schooler. This book was different and I enjoyed reading a story from an unusual perspective. I have had minor OCD in the past, so I liked how I could relate to Aza getting thoughts stuck in her head. If you have enjoyed reading other John Green novels in the past, such as The Fault in Our Stars, Paper Towns, or Looking for Alaska, I strongly suggest this book for you. It takes you through a roller coaster of events, both adventurous and romantic, that you will be sure to enjoy.